Welcome to the United Racing Network. We are here in a house of 80,000 people here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas Motor Speedway here with the Broke Scrub Cup. Rob, are you with us?
I'm here.
I am excited to be here. I won me a couple of thousand down at the casino before I got here. So this is a good Tuesday night, you know?
Well, at least somebody won something. I didn't.
Yep, Las Vegas. What did you hit Caesar's Palace or the MGM or the MGM?
Yeah.
And you won something or not? What happened?
No, I didn't win anything. I'm down about $1,000. So
that absolutely sucks. So,
but, I mean, we're here.
We are here, and we're here with the BSC league again, the Broke Scrub Cup, and we have a few familiar faces coming back that was here last week. We got Christian Strader, Neil Strader, Ethan Marlowe, Anthony Rattle, Kevin Ross, Noel Hanna. They all put on an amazing race last week at Auto Club, and that finish was an amazing finish. And it really set the point standings for the race coming up. So. These guys have got to work together now. These guys have got to work together just a little bit to move ahead in points. And looking at points here, we have Alex Witt in first by about 11 points. He had the fastest lap time last week, and he won the race too. He's sitting on top. He's sitting on top by a lot.
Yeah, that is true. And but mind you, right now, looking at times, he's currently sitting fifth in the fastest lap time, with a 30.39, and we actually have Daniel Mitchell up at the top of the leaderboard right now with a 30.28. So
yeah, but our buddy Nelly Strader is sitting there with a 30.30, 30.3. So he's right there on the heels of Daniel there, but Christian Strader is right there on the heels of Nelly. Only 3/100th of a second back, so that's something huge.
Yeah. Now, something I want to apologize for from last week. Okay, yeah. We all said last week Jordan Malcolm. We said he was from across a pond. Well, technically he's from across a pond, just a little further.
That's not a pond, that's a lake.
Well, no, that's an ocean.
Oh, well.
But, anyways, so we just want to apologize for him. He's not British. He's actually Australian. So we do apologize for that little mix-up, but I mean, judging by our screens, I mean, the flag's a little small, so.
Yeah. Excuses. We'll blame it on technology like we can do in the 21st century. All right. Well, looking here at the action that we have on track tonight, it's going to be interesting to see where these guys fare out. Now, I've been hearing in practice, and now tell me if I'm wrong here, but they all have been having some problems with their tires tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, they have. And, I mean, just watching these guys go around the track, I mean, we've seen many spin-outs, and not saying that the update to the cars caused it, because we really don't know.
True.
But that may play a factor into the way these cars handle here tonight, and it'll just be something to see really throughout the night. I mean, we're doing 100 laps here tonight.
Yep.
So these guys are going to have to conserve as much as they can with the way these cars handle now. You're not able to go flat out throughout the entire track, as you actually just saw Jordan Malcolm spin out there just before the pit lane.
Yeah, and also 17 up there getting loose in front of him. These guys are going to be struggling with this track all night long, and I truly believe it come down to iRacing's issue with the update, as you see him take off the front end of his car there. Jesus. So it's going to be interesting to see how we fare when we approach the end of the stage. Now, we are stage racing again this week at Las Vegas. Our first stage is going to end on lap number 40, or within the lap 40 mark. we do not have a race control tonight, so the race control will be through iRacing and some adminning on track from some of the admins that are racing tonight. And sorry about that. I'm just getting some things from my producer here. I need to cut some stuff down, but anyway, so 40 laps, and then we're gonna have a 60 lap stage. So, and I was down there talking to the drivers earlier, and they're saying 35 laps. So we're at least gonna have a pit stop within the first stage. If we don't have 2 or 3 coming into stage number when we go into the second stage.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be big tonight. Something else that we're having to look out for, these guys are losing 3 total seconds on longer stints. That's a lot of time lost. And passing is going to be difficult. Passing is going to be very difficult just because of how slick this track actually is. So that's the key points we have to look at tonight. Let's take a look at the race info tonight, guys. Here in Las Vegas, it's a beautiful weather tonight. It's not real humid. It's not real hot. It's 55% on humidity, 78 degrees in the air temperature, partly cloudy with that wind out of the east going to the west, and track temperature is only 80 degrees tonight. So it's a very, very cold track. This track is just over 1.5 miles, and it sets 80,000 people. The fastest lap time ever recorded, well, it was posted in, I think it was 2018. Let me go back down here and take a look at my notes here. It was posted in 2018 by Mr. Kevin Harvick with a 28.8, and we're not seeing anywhere near those times tonight.
Yeah, now I think maybe, if they left the arrow on the car the way that they had it, and these guys were able to run flat out around this track, we might see those times. But these guys are actually going to have to lift into these corners, apply a little bit of a brake. It slows them down a few miles an hour, but that few miles an hour equals time.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, they mess around with the arrow on the car a little bit. It slows them down a little bit, but, we'll see how they go around tonight. But I mean, just looking at the times that we have, from our first position of Daniel Mitchell to James Tate sitting at 20th right now, there's only an 0.8 of a second gap.
Wow, 8 seconds. That's crazy. And, something else that I'm seeing tonight, these guys are not really having to fight the car so much right now, but I'm wondering if they're on fresh tires.
It could very well be.
So, thank you, Chief Blaze, for the raid of 1. We love you for that, and we'll see if you're live later on. We may raid you with the followers we got. I'm just going to take a second to welcome any of the new fans that are out there that's coming on board with the United Racing Network. We go live every Tuesday at 6:45 Eastern Central, 7:45 Eastern.
There you go.
I'm getting it. I'm an Alabama guy, so I live 15 minutes from Talladega. Shoot, I'm a NASCAR fan myself. But I just want to take the time to thank you guys for coming in here and hanging out with us tonight. We're going to have a fun time tonight. We have about 1:20 left in practice before we go into our qualifying sessions. And I just want you to take a second while you can to, at the minimum, drop a follow. And that follow is going to make sure that you're alerted every time that we go live. So when we do go live, you can come back on here and check out the action, because the BSC Cup, if it's anything like Auto Club last week, it is a race you do not want to miss. Now, I do want to take a second, Rob. We have 2 familiar faces that were not here last week that are here this week.
We do, and it's great to see them on the track here, and that's going to be Mr. Eddie Baker and Kevin Coleman.
Yes, they said they want to follow the URNW crew wherever we go, so they followed us into this league, and well, Mr. Eddie Baker's sitting in 6th right now with a 30.4 time, which, I mean, that's still up there in times.
Yep.
So Kevin Coleman's also here. He's not completed a lap as of yet, but he's one of those that usually sets in the back and comes from behind wins. So
yeah, it's true, and it'll be interesting to see these two on the track with these guys here tonight, because, I mean, we know the style of racing they do, and it'll be an interesting mix to put those two together. The racing we saw last week was amazing. We know, Eddie Baker and Kevin Coleman put on an amazing show when they're on a track. So I'm really excited to see these two guys here joining the crew with the Broke Scrub Cup here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And as we go into our qualifying sessions, we're going to take a second to hear a word from our sponsors. If you don't mind, just take a second and watch the ads, and I may tell you a little bit more about how you get some of that stuff when we get done. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, one more group or one more advertisement that we're going to mention tonight is Chairs for Gaming. They have not lent us anything as far as commercials go, so we're just going to talk about them for a second. That's the league sponsor. You can get a direct link to their website by putting in the chat right now, !chairs, 4 gaming. Our back-end producer will do that for you guys. If you want to go in there and take a look, they sell all types of chairs. They're kind of like a drop shop, or how do you say it? Drop shipping company for chairs. Yeah. And they don't offer bad pricing. So go in there and take a look at that. You can also do ! W, DUBBY for our direct link with our coupon code. You just have to pick what you want. I'm actually drinking this W right now. I'm drinking the Dragonade, and it is not bad.
Yeah, it's delicious. I tried it the other day, and right now I'm picking up some Dub Sludge, and I'm telling you, if you like some green apple, this is a flavor to go with.
Wow. And the final one is JP Alfonso Studios. That's going to be ! JP Alfonso. He is our main sponsor for the URNW, and what he is big for is tattoos. He has international clients. He has some famous people that come in just for his tattoos. He has good work, so make sure you maybe that one isn't the right one, but it's jpalfonsostudios.com is the website. Got to figure out that code. Hashtag broken, as our producer puts in the chat. So yeah, let's talk about these qualifying times, Rob.
Yeah, so right now, I don't know if mine swapped over to qualifying here. So right now we got Daniel Mitchell throwing out a 30.41.
Wow, that's fast.
That is fast. But let's just put it this way, okay? So in practice, I believe it was the 5th place, which was Eddie Baker, was holding a 30.4. So these times in qualifying are a little slower than what we saw in practice. But that's usually par for the course. As Eddie Baker actually posts a 30.46.
Wow. Wow is all I got to say there. Holy.
Yeah. So he's currently holding on to that second position in behind Daniel Mitchell.
Yep. And I've got the qualifying times on screen right now, guys. That's how it looks like it's going to fare. But we just had somebody take over that 4th spot from Neil Strader, and that was Chief Blaze. It's a hell of a name. Love it.
It is. So as we're watching these guys go around the track, we say it each and every week, they are doing lone qualifying. So they are out there on their own. It looks like they're all out there on the same time, but that's just ease for us to show you guys what they are bringing to the track, because if they were out there, if they were out on lone qualifying by themselves, one after the other, we'd be here for 3 days.
That's why they hold qualifying on Saturdays.
Yeah.
For sure. So, all right, it's come that time, Rob. Who do you got?
You know what? I have to say Eddie Baker. That's I have to.
Eddie
I just
Baker.
have to. Eddie Baker is my pick for tonight. I mean, he's racing a Chevy.
Yeah.
He's currently sitting third. We love the way he races. So I just have to go with it.
Well, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
So for me, I really, really liked the way Christian Strader raced last week. But I don't know if you noticed it or not, but Neil Strader pushed to the front like crazy last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to pick one. And I'm gonna go with our buddy Neil Strader. I think that's my guy tonight. And the reason I'm picking Neil Strader is because he knows how to save tires and he knows how to be fast at tracks like this. He races IndyCar full time on iRacing, and this is the track they come to. So maybe he knows something here that I don't know. People in the comments, people in the chat, who do you go for? Put your selections in the chat. Who do you want to go for? We're going to go through the list, and you pick somebody. And if you win, well, you know, we may give you all a prize in the future sometime. So, but put something in the chat there. Tell me who's going to win. While they're doing that, Rob, let's go through the grid here.
Alrighty.
In that first position, on that inside front row, it's going to be Daniel Mitchell. In that second position, it's going to be Alex Witt. Third, our man Eddie Baker. In fourth, Andrew Amuquist in fourth. In fifth is going to be Chief Blaze. Ethan Marlowe's coming in that sixth position. Neil Strader's coming in that seventh position. Andrew Jamelin is coming in eighth. Ninth is going to be Noel Hanna. 10th is going to be Cody Kern. 11th, Calvin Ross. And 12th, Brock Rich.
Reich.
All
right, and 13th, we got Christian Strader. 14th, we got Armand Brousseau. 15th, we got Ken Knight. 16th, Rod Sizemore. 17th, Alex Martin. 18th, we got Jordan Malcolm. 19th, we got James Tate. 20th, Kevin Coleman. 21st, Anthony Rattle. 22nd, we got Oscar Henson. And rounding out the field in 23rd is going to be Greg Sherman.
We are going to have a heck of a race tonight as we get ready. We're going to be rolling here. We're going to do, I think it's one outlap here since it's an intermediate track, maybe two. Don't shoot the messenger on that one if I'm wrong, but I believe it's going to be one. We're going to watch these guys go around and clean up their tires. It looks like our back-end producer's got Alex Witt on this one. We've seen some stuff for Jamelin, for Alex, for Andrew, for Martin. We'll see what happens. Make sure you go to our Twitter page, Facebook page, to like those pages as well. And we may be posting some polls on who do you think will win the championship. Right now, Alex Witt is leading the championship, and he's also sitting in second behind Daniel Mitchell. So we're going to see what happens there. I'm excited for this thing to go green. We're going to enter that Geico Restart zone, and the leader's going to have to wait on the flagman. This sitting on the leader for the first time out, but we'll see what happens. That pace car is going to should dip off. Let's see what he's going to do here. He has a mind of his own sometimes.
It actually looks like Kevin Coleman jumped to the pits there, so I'm not sure what happened with that.
Yep, pace car is going to be off, and we are going to be coming down to the Geico Restart zone, waiting on Ted the flagman to wave that flag to send these guys green. We are green here at Las Vegas in front of 80,000 people.
And we got Daniel Mitchell taking that front position, but don't count out Alex Witt as he comes out on that high side in that number 594. That's a Simpsons car, isn't it? It's got to be.
No, it's a donut car, man.
Come on. The font, the color, that's Simpsons all the way.
Maybe. Anyhow, as we enter turn 4, they're a little loose. They're coming through turn 4, but they all make it okay. And it looks like the number 25 car is going to lead that first lap.
We see Kevin Coleman coming out onto the track there after he jumped to the pits.
Yeah, he probably
a 00 Wawa car.
Gotta love it.
Oh, as you see Neil Strader kind of duck inside the number 4 there to get around Chief Blaze.
Yep, and he's approaching our guy Eddie Baker there. He's going to fall in line there right behind Eddie Baker, but 1, 2, 3, 4 sets Alex Witt, Daniel Mitchell, Eddie Baker, and Neil Strader at the line.
And so far, Neil Strader has already moved up 3 positions.
Wow.
To hold that 4th position, and we haven't even done a lap yet.
We've done some laps. We've done
2 laps.
We're on lap 3.
Fair.
We're on lap 3. So, as we look through the field here, 23 total drivers have gridded tonight. 23 total drivers are on track. The only lap driver right now currently is Kevin Coleman. As you see the number 25 car right there of Daniel Mitchell making that outside move on Eddie Baker. And Eddie Baker got put into the wall. I think he got a little loose there.
Oh, is that you see Alex Witt tap the wall there coming out of turn 2 or turn 1, sorry.
Yeah, I did see that. We're looking at the battle up front now. It sets got somebody having a little bit of a connection down there. The number 4 car of Chief Blaze is having a little bit of a bad connection, but we'll see what happens as we continue this race. See if that affects his racing at all.
As we see Neil Strader dive to the inside, and he's currently holding that first position onto the backstretch.
Yeah, but we're side by side entering turn number 3. Can he hold it? It looks like the 594 car's got the momentum, but we may have a lead change coming down here to the stripe for lap number 5 complete. Let's see here. Neil Strader's going to hit. And Alex Witt grabs the wall, and Neil Strader is going to lead lap number 5.
Yeah, and you got Eddie Baker in behind Alex Witt, and he smells blood because he's watched him hit that wall 3 times now. So he's going to be pushing to get in front of him so that if something happens.
He did. Eddie Baker makes that pass, and now it says Eddie Baker in second, Neil Strader in first. And third's going to be Alex Witt. Chief Blades is in fourth. And there's a battle for that 5th position back there right now.
Well, that's going to be between Andrew Almquist and Daniel Mitchell there. Daniel Mitchell started on pole, but seems like he dropped like a rock a little bit back to that 5th position now. And he's actually currently battling with Chief Blaze there for that 5th position.
Yeah, and we still have not fell in line. They're still all trying to make passes as we're completing lap number 7 here. They're all just trying to figure out how they can get around this track and survive. Because like I said, at about lap 10, these tires are going to start falling off and it's going to get tight and they have to know where to go. So I think they're trying to get everything they can get done now.
Yeah, so Eddie Baker is actually pulled off into the lead there now.
He did that a lot back at the other league we were part of. He goes up front and sits. And he knows how to stretch some stuff, but Neil Strader does too. I think the battle tonight's going to be between Neil Strader and Eddie Baker. But I'm not going to count out Alex Witt, Daniel Mitchell, and Noel Hanna because they made moves late in the race at Auto Club and moved to the front. Now, I'm looking here. Where is Christian Strader at? I don't see him at all.
Christian Strader is currently sitting in the 11th position.
Yep, right there. Look at the pack they're going through turns 1 and 2 there. 3 wide almost, 2 wide, definitely between 65 and 17 right there. Andrew Jamelin and Andrew Amuquist, but it looks like Christian Strader just wants to stick his nose in there too. And as we complete lap number 9 here, Eddie Baker's still that leader that we see up front, but 23 is getting a little loose up top there. As you see Cody Kern falling back. And number 11 of Armin Brusso is approaching number 23 now of Cody Kern.
Yeah, so now we're at that, we're coming to that 11 lap mark where you said these tires kind of lose their grip. So these guys are going to start sliding a lot more. They'll have to push through a little bit. And then these tires will almost come back, but the car will be super, super tight. And, it'll be interesting to see how much these guys have to battle these cars to get them around the track tonight.
Yeah, and something that I'm really, really concerned with tonight is, as you see the Alex Witt in that 594 car almost grabbed the number 26 car, Neil Strader. But it's almost going to be... interesting to see where we're at lap 30. You know, like I said, you know, if they're driving the cars really hard, which these front guys have been battling already, the cars are only going to last about 30, 35 laps on fuel. So we're going to have green flag pit stops hopefully tonight. And we'll see some issues, as I think we have. It looked like we had spinning in the back there, but we don't. That number 4 car is still blinking like crazy. That's Chief Blaze and the McDonald's car. And the number 20 car of Calvin Ross is going to make the pass on him to hopefully get around him and not have an issue. That low line, what you got?
We got Armand Brusso kind of ride the wall around 1 and 2 there. But, you know, these guys are battling hard in this backpack. You know, they're almost 3 wide coming around the corners. And
they are 3 wide right now. Kevin Coleman making it 3 wide on turns number 4. Going through the tri-oval here. Looks like Kevin Coleman is going to be making that pass. Is he on the lead lap now? I believe he is. Is he? No. Kevin Coleman's not on the lead lap.
No, he's 21 seconds back, so he's not on the lead lap. At least I don't think so. I think he is a lap down currently.
That's what I'm seeing too. He is going to be a lap down as these leaders are battling here. And we've got 2 wide action coming down to the stripe. Almost 3 wide there is number 25 car of Daniel Mitchell has made his way back up to 1, 2, 3. Neil Straders grabs the wall a little bit. Like I said, these tires, they're going to get loose now. And that's what we're going to be seeing and dealing with most of the night tonight is these cars as we go around this track. I want to take a second to talk about my conversation I had with Neil when we were getting ready for this race. He said he put in probably about 350 laps worth of practice, and it stayed loose the entire time. Eddie Baker and Daniel Mitchell's going to be battling right now on lap number 16. Looks like Daniel Mitchell is going to, we're still 2 wide going through turns 1.
Oh, as you see Eddie Baker grab the wall, and Neil Strader has to avoid him to avoid getting into the back of him. That's going to open the door for Neil Strader as he gets around. Daniel Mitchell was up on that high line. It looked like he had to slow down a lot to keep it off that wall, but he's able to maintain the momentum and pull away from Neil Strader and Eddie Baker.
Wow. And you know, looking here, our onboard camera does belong to Neil Strader tonight. We're going to take a look at that right now. You know, these guys you can see the climb he's running and where his RPMs are having to set. And this, you know, these guys know how to drive. As you hear him lift off right there is in practice where he was getting loose. And he also got loose coming out of turn 2 the same way. So we're going to watch him through 1 and 2 here and see how he takes that corner. And these cars bottom out too, and it really upsets the car when it does that. So these guys are fighting these cars the entire way around this track.
Yeah, so when we were, you know, talking to Nelly earlier, you know, he was losing it in turn 4. Now, the issue is going to be, you know, when we come to these green flag pit stops, is that going to pose an issue coming off of 4 with how these cars are?
I do think we'll see our first caution of the night when we go into the pits, if we hadn't already went there.
Yeah.
As we have a battle now between Noel Hanna and the number 7 Ford and Eddie Baker in that number 19 Chevrolet. That familiar paint scheme from a long time ago.
Yep. Just taking a look through the field here. They're mostly still scattered all over the place, 2 wide going around the corners.
Wow. Yeah, and then I figured about this time we would start seeing people fall in line and just relaxing because we have a total of 100 laps. But we do have a stage break at lap 40, and that's gonna cause some issues. But they cannot make it to lap 40. They cannot, under no circumstances, make it to lap 40 unless the caution comes out. Then they can save under caution and possibly make it. But they still need to try to come in for a pit stop soon, or within the next 15 laps.
Yeah, and you know, like we were saying, if they're conservative,
Neil Pastrana grabs that wall going in 1.
If they were conservative, they could get 35 laps. But just looking at the way these guys are going around the track and the way they're battling up front, I don't think they're going to be able to get 35 laps of fuel out of these cars. I'm guessing probably 30, 31 laps of fuel before these guys are going to have to come in.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Everybody that is coming in now to this race, you are missing some great action there. We just posted a link on Twitter. If you're coming in from Twitter, we appreciate you guys. Let's just take a second, if you hadn't already, guys, make sure you leave a follow so when we go live on Tuesdays at 6:45 Central, 7:45 Eastern, you don't miss any of the action.
Yeah, and it's been crazy so far. It's only 22 laps in, but we've had 4 lead changes.
4 lead changes, and Daniel Mitchell's finally walking away with it. Noel Hanna's making the pass now, and Neil Strader as they come up almost touching, going into turns number 1 here at Las Vegas. Daniel Mitchell now is about, I'd say about a half second ahead of Alex Witt.
I was just looking there. Kristen Strader was moving up, but they looked like they caught the wall there going through 3. But they're moving, slowly moving.
They are slowly moving through the pack here, but it doesn't matter between laps 1 and 99. It's the only thing that matters is where they're at on lap 100.
This is true.
Eddie Baker, as Christian Strader grabs that again. Eddie Baker is currently sitting in that 5th position, has fell back a few positions. Not too much, so he may be trying to start saving here. See if he can potentially make it to lap 40, because I've seen that man in a few other races we've watched save like crazy and get past our predictions. So
yeah, that is true. We've seen it many times where, we're like, okay, the pit window is about 35 laps, and everybody comes in around lap 32, and Eddie Baker's still out there for another 6-7 laps before he comes in.
Yes, definitely. Now, we're going to pop up the driver input window here. It's going to be interesting to see these guys go around the track, because you can see their wheel, how much they're actually going to be fighting here as we go around the track. Going in turns number 1 here, Freddie Baker. He seems to be keeping it pretty much steady through the corner, which is easy on the tires for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you have to. The way these tires fall off here, he's got to save them. He's hoping for a caution right now. I know a lot of these guys probably are, just so they can come in and get some fuel, last till the stage break. But I don't know. The way these guys are racing, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, these guys are definitely going to have to start coming in for fuel here soon. We will figure out here where they're setting at when we go down to the pit road. We'll kind of get it set for our second stage. So we still have a lot of time left in this race to determine who the winner is going to be, but Alex Witt is going to be looking to push his points ahead from last week on his win at Auto Club.
Yeah, for sure. As I'm just taking a look back here in the back, we got a heavy group here with Chief Blaze, Calvin Ross, to Andrew Alchemist.
Number 4 of Chief Blaze made some maneuvers there around the number 20 car. Sorry for cutting you off. It looked like there was fixing to be an accident.
Yeah, they are fairly close coming through turns 4, coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, very close coming through the front stretch. That group is about 12 position back to 18, all battling for a spot.
So we've actually just had our first person come into the pits, and that's going to be Brock Wright, as he actually missed his pit stall and had to reverse a little bit. And he's going to go a lap down now.
Yep, you can see him there on pit road. We'll go back here to the back action here between Chief Blades and Greg Sherman. They're battling like crazy going through turns 1 and 2.
Right now we got Eddie Baker battling with Andrew Jamelin, and he's got Cody Kern right in behind him. but Eddie Baker's not able to reel in Jamelin, and Cody Kern's going to start making moves on Eddie Baker.
Yeah, but Eddie Baker still held that 6th position through that 30 lap mark. We're on 31 right now, and we are fastly approaching that green flag set of pit stops. We have a lot of action fixing to happen here, guys, so don't go anywhere until we hit the stage break at lap 40. You're not allowed to. Can't go to the bathroom. You got to hold it.
Nope, not at all. So Daniel Mitchell and Alex Witt have actually stepped away from the rest of the pack. Daniel Mitchell is currently holding a 2-second lead off of Neil Strader in that 3rd position, as Alex Witt actually takes that 1st position.
Yeah, but these guys are battling side by side, and their side draft is going to pull each other back, giving Neil and Noel and Andrew a chance to catch up to them. So they need to figure out who's going to lead this race for a little while, so them two can pull ahead and possibly get something going further on this race. We're at lap 32 coming to 33. Green flag pit stops are not far away.
Not at all. And just looking back through the pack here, it looks like everybody's more or less single file right now. We just have Jordan Malcolm battling with Calvin Ross here back for the 16th and 17th position.
There's that battle right there. And, you know, I was just sitting here watching the average speeds. These guys going into the corner are dropping about 20 miles an hour worth of speed off. We're coming to lap number 34 here. Green flag pit stops are here. We have to start watching now as Cody Kern enters pit road.
Yeah, I suspect these guys up front here going to start coming in. As you watched Daniel Mitchell there almost get he got a little loose, but he was able to maintain it. And I'm actually getting radio confirmation that people are starting to pit here, as Noel Hanna, Andrew Jamelin, and Ethan Marlowe have come into the pits.
There's their pit road entrance here. We still have Alex Witt out front leading right now. But how far is he going to push his car, or is he going to let it sputter in on fumes, trying to make it to lap 40 for that caution flag? And they are coming in now.
Yeah, we got the 19 coming in, the 17's coming in, the 11's coming in as well.
26, 19. We have green flag pit stops happening right now, guys. This is going to be big. Who can make it around this track? It looks like Christian Strader is going to be our leader right now, and pit road is active. We have some people exiting pit road now. Can Kevin Coleman get his lap back? We'll see here as hopefully we don't have anybody mess their pit stalls. We're all doing okay here. Chief Blaze is currently in 2nd. And Kevin Coleman is currently on the lead lap now.
Christian Strader's coming into the pits.
Coleman is going to maintain his position out. I wonder if him going into the pit road earlier, jumping to pit road, made him save a little bit of fuel, just enough.
It might have.
We have pit exit happening right now. People are coming off pit road very, very smoothly.
As we got Kevin Coleman right in behind Eddie Baker, and that is not an unfamiliar sight.
No, they come over here as a team. They interviewed as a team. They're in as a team as Kevin Coleman comes down the pit road right now.
Currently, your leader is going to be Jordan Malcolm.
He's from Australia.
From Australia, yes.
Okay. Just messing with you, Jordan. We got a earful from it when we we misidentified it. So we love you and we love messing with you, brother.
Now, these guys currently sitting up front, Christian Strader and Jordan Malcolm, I don't believe they've come into pit yet.
No, but if they can hold out for 2 more laps, they will be stage number 1 winner. Looks like Neil Strader's right there battling right along with him, waiting for him to go into the pits, because it'll be him and Eddie Baker setting. It should be 1-2.
Well, Alex Witt did come in and pit, so...
Yeah, he's in the number 22 car. No, He's in the 594 car, and he's way ahead up there, yeah. So we got 1 lap away till our stage break. Who is going to win stage number 1? We have 1 lap to go to determine.
Right now, all Jordan Malcolm is doing is hoping that he can get to that
And the stage
line.
is complete. Jordan Malcolm is your stage number 1 winner of this evening. Stage number 1 belongs to Jordan Malcolm. And the number 35 car was not expecting that one.
Not at all. And I'm sure that thing is running on fumes right now.
You got that right. You got that right for sure.
As he held a 28-second gap back from second position.
Wow.
At that stage.
Yeah, and I didn't see him pit early anyway either.
No.
I'm going to take a look at the stint length here. Yeah, Malcolm, he's still not been in. He's going to go under to the pit road under this caution for sure, and I'm sure Reich will as well. But
as everybody's going to start checking up there as we're coming in the corner, getting in behind the pace car.
Yep. Pit road should be open now, and everybody may dip back off just to make sure they're topped off on fuel for this next long green flag run of 60 laps. We'll see what happens here as he bounces down pit road. And with that, guys, we're going to take you side by side under this first end of the stage break here. We'll be back when we go back live. Now, just real quick, side by side doesn't mean you're going to miss any action. We're just going to take you so you don't have to take you away, so you don't have to hear our voices for the next 4 laps under this caution. So if you will, guys, take a break. You can go grab you some water and stuff. We'll be right back after this side by side action break. All right, guys, welcome back to United Racing Network. We are under our first stage break of the evening. We're only doing one. We ended it at lap 40, and it was Jordan Malcolm was our winner of stage number 1. He took that thing to pit road immediately when the green flag or the green lights come out on the pit road. These guys are going to be battling the rest of the evening now to see where we end up at. I'm curious to see who's going to win this race.
This is, did Eddie Baker get into something? Because he was missing the front end of his car.
Well, I do see that Andrew Jamelin did crash. Let's go back and look. Oh, I do see it there. We're just going to take this back here because I'm not sure what happened to Eddie Baker. May take a second, guys. We don't usually rewind, but I'm not sure what happened. I don't see what happened. He's got the front of his car there. Unless he didn't, but I know he did.
Because when I looked at it, he didn't have a front end of the car, so I'm not sure. Oh, so we actually got confirmation from his spotter that pit road entrance took his nose off.
Oh my gosh, it did. We just watched it live, folks. Clip that. That's going to iRacing for a protest under their track conditions. Watch it right here. Bam. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Chief Blaze has crashed at State. I don't know if he just got in the back of somebody.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, lap cars are going around here. Eddie Baker, James Tate, and Ken Knight. Not Eddie Baker, Kevin Coleman, James Tate, and Ken Knights are all still considered a lap down right now. It looked like Ken Knights did get his lap back. Alex Witt's going to be leading us down to the green flag. Rob, take us green under this restart.
Well, the lights are still on the pace car, so
Well,
we're going to have a little bit here.
Yep, they may have delayed it here. I thought I could have swore they were off.
They may have been off. They may have extended it because it shows Chief Blaze's crash as well as Andrew Jamelin.
Yeah,
so
we're
I'm
gonna go
not
back and look
sure.
at this. That's Chief Blaze right here, and these bumps have been killer tonight, literally taking noses off of cars. It may have just been iRacing throwing something. Yeah, he blinked there, so that probably caused a little bit of issue with our software. But
As the pace lights are off on the car now.
yep. It's going to be Alex Witt, Daniel Mitchell, Cody Kern, Noel Hanna, Neil Nelly Strader, Brock Reich, Christian Strader, Jordan Malcolm, Eddie Baker, and Ethan Marlowe. That is your top 10. As we enter the second half of this race, we have 60 total laps, 2 guaranteed pit stops. It's going to shake things up. We don't know how many cautions are going to come out, but we have been caution-free through 40. Can we be caution-free through 60? You'll have to stick around and find out, because this race belongs to anyone as of right now. And there's a lot of guys on that inside line there as they all pitted. When you pit under a caution, you go to the inside of the longest line, and it just so happened that inside line's the longest line. So we're going to be seeing a lot of people dip to that inside line, or that outside line there, under this restart. Rob, take a screen.
All right, as we come around turn 4 here, the pace car is going to zip down, and then Alex Witt is going to take us to the Geico Restart zone.
And it is going to be on him this time.
It's a little late, but the pace car is off. And we come to the Geico Restart zone here, and we are back green here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, as it looked like Alex Witt got a massive jump on that restart.
Yeah, but he has a host of guys coming in behind him. 2 lanes deep. Neil Strader's making it 3 wide. 3 wide right now, coming through 2.
Oh, he
and Neil
squeezed.
Strader's around. Neil Strader's around. Kevin Coleman dips outside. Number 4 of Chief Blaze goes outside, and we are on caution number 1 of the evening. Let me find that. 3 wide through the restart was not a good idea. And these guys are going to rack it back up and try it again here. Oh, Neil, wait till you go. Wait till I guess he's got hard damage in that inside, or that right side there.
Some heavy damage on Neil's car there.
Yeah, and he just like he either pushed up or 7 pushed low here. We're gonna go back and take a look at that from his point of view here. He does have our interior camera tonight, so that's good. Let's see what he saw. We are 3 wide currently right now, and it looked like he just got turned just a little bit, but great job of these guys avoiding them back in the back here. Let's take a look at that from another person's position. Oh, it looked like netcode, actually. So we're going to rewind that, watch that. We're looking at Jordan Malcolm's nose camera here. You can still see daylight. as he gets it looked like he got turned, and that's when the netcode finally caught up. So that was netcode all day long. Good avoidance by the rest of that pack not getting into him and only causing 2 cars to get involved.
As we got Ken Knights and the Lucky Dog, he's going around.
I bet Kevin Coleman wishing he's could have got ahead of him. For sure. He's kind of been
a rough night for him.
Yeah, that's not normal either.
I think him jumping in the pits, I'm not sure what happened there at the start. But he jumped to the pits. He may have missed grid, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Because as they started rolling, it said his name highlighted, so he may have missed the grid. Yeah. And if you don't mind, guys, just take a second to check out some of our sponsors. Exclamation point W, exclamation point Cheers, the number 4 Gaming, and then JP Alfonso Studios. You can go to those websites and just have a look. You may be interested in some things that they may give you.
I'm telling you one thing, I was a little skeptical of this W stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've tried some of the, the other quote-unquote energy drinks out there on the market. But just looking at this stuff, I don't believe it actually contains caffeine.
It doesn't. It's all natural stuff from what I was reading on the packages. And I'm very picky when it comes to food, very picky when it comes to drinks. Like Bang is my big thing right now just because I'm not going to call it healthy, but there's 0 sugars, 40% sodium, no artificial caffeine, that type of stuff. They say this stuff can literally replace your coffee. And they say the same thing for W. And, well, I'm not comparing it to Bang, but it's pretty freaking close.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it every morning. I just started a new job, and I get up like 2 hours earlier than I'm used to, and I can tell you, I take one of these in the morning, and I'm good all day.
Wow. All right, well, looking back at that accident that happened there at the start of that race, yes, Nelly did go 3 wide, but it looked like a little bit of netcode picked him up there and caused that accident. But now Nelly's in a good position to make a move from the front to the back. He's currently sitting in our toughest break of the evening, losing 13 spots right there. But, maybe we could see something else happen. And speaking of our, I guess, titles of the night, Jordan Malcolm is our fastest mover, our best mover of the night, gaining 13 positions up to 5th. Well, make it 12 now in 6th.
Well, I mean, he's in 5th. It's just how they're coming around the track here as the lights on the pace car are off. And Andrew, bring us to green.
You want me to take us to green?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do it in just a second because Alex Witt, Daniel Mitchell, Cody Kern, Noel Hanna, Brock Wright, Jordan Malcolm, Christian Strader, Eddie Baker, and Andrew Amuquist are our top 10. Do we see?
And Ethan Marlowe.
Ethan Marlowe. Yes, Ethan Marlowe. Sorry, Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where this takes us. Me, 80,000 people here at Las Vegas, our 30 viewers that were watching at home right now. Our green flag is going to be dropping here in a matter of about 15 seconds. That pace car is going to do what it does best and drift off down pit road, doing Tokyo drifting. Probably get copyrighted for that.
He comes off real late, too.
Yeah, he does. All right, Alex Witt. Can you break us to green, son, please? Because I'm tired of this 2 double file action. We're going green here at Las Vegas. As they roll through the travel smoothly, and now Swift gets a massive jump of about a half a second already. But it looks like the number 7 car was looking inside, doesn't make a move yet. And we're at lap number 51 of 100. And then 3 wide back there through the back. Do you see it back there?
Did they not learn the last time as
3
we were
wide, 29,
wide?
35, 22, 33. Jesus Christ, we're almost 4 wide. I think I just yelled out some lottery numbers there. 3 wide coming under the stripe. If you win on those numbers, I won't have.
say that. We will gladly take half. Payable to the United Racing Network.
That's right. Christian Strader makes a move right there on Chief Blaze, making it too wide. And to the number 22 car, Brock Wright, has kind of slow up top there. And Chief Blaze is filling right behind Christian Strader, making their move to the front. They're up to 7th and 8th right now.
Oh, is there 3 wide again with Neil Strader on the bottom? We got Neil Strader.
Did he not learn last time?
Oh, almost 4 wide. Almost got into the back of the number 94 of Alex Martin there. I don't think he learned his lesson last time. Mind you, he was not in the middle. He was not in the middle. He was on the bottom.
That's right. 94 dips away. I don't like it. Kevin Coleman and Neil Strader's going to pick back up right here. Them two's raced a little bit. Maybe them two can link up and go to the front and get Kevin Coleman's lap back. Whew. Jesus, I am out of breath already. Oh, the number 24 car there was very, very shallow getting into that corner. And Nelly is making moves to get back up to his number 1 position that he was in earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it many, many times where, you know, Neil starts from the back and pushes his way all the way to the front.
Kevin Coleman grabs him a little bit. Sorry.
And he's doing the exact same thing again. He was in 19th position. He's now 13th.
Yeah, but I'm going to back up here and talk about Christian Strader for a second. Him and Chief Blaze and the number 21 car of Anthony Rattle fell in line here. Actually, I take that back. Chief Blaze and Christian Strader has fell in line. Anthony Rattle is still kind of on that inside position, looking to make moves. But that inside line there will tear your tires up, and you have 35 laps. We're actually almost through this, halfway through this stint right here.
Now, mind you, they did have, 4 laps of caution. So that that will extend that fuel window a little bit. So you could probably look at about lap 80 before these guys start coming in again.
Yeah, you are right there. The number 33 car is going to get really close to Eddie Baker. Eddie Baker's a little loose coming out of 4, and we're side by side, 2 by 2, all the way down to the stripe here as Daniel Mitchell's going to lead lap number 56. I need a drink. Hang on.
Get you some Dubby.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're back at it. We're almost 3 wide. We are 3 wide technically. Number 29, 33 and 7 is 3 wide. Right back here in the back. Contact. Yeah, a little bit of contact as well. Looks like the backpack is finally single filed out, but these guys up front are battling for position like crazy right now. Eddie Baker's trying to hold on as he has a crinkled up rear end from the pit road. Oh, and Christian Strader moves right behind Eddie Baker. Eddie Baker's filling right behind Noel Hanna.
Oh, and Chief Blaze gets around.
Oh, he grabs Neil Strader. And caution number 2 is out tonight. How did he not collect damage from that?
Neil was able to save that.
I'm not sure how, to be honest with you, and I'm glad everything's happened in front of him because he does have our onboard camera this evening. Let's go back and take a look at it.
So I'm listening to the radio right now, and Neil's saying, I don't know how I didn't pick up any damage on that. Chief Blaze kind of blinked a little bit there in front of Neil Strader, and he did pick up a 4X, but it may have been a net code 4X. So
here it is right here. Yeah, it looked like he should have grabbed him right there. Net code worked out in his favor. Sorry, Max. Yep, Chief Blaze did get loose there, and Nelly did grab him, unfortunately, but that's just how it rolls. I mean, he has been having connection problems all night long. Let's take a look at it from the air this time.
As we got 90% of the field coming into pit. The only ones staying out are going to be Alex Witt, Noel Hanna, Neil Strader, Armand Brusso, and Kevin Coleman. Hopefully Kevin Coleman will get his lap back now that, mind you, he could be 2 laps down.
I think he is 2 laps down.
Yeah, he is 2 laps down.
And James Tate was ahead of him, technically.
But
so
James Tate is in the pit. So I do believe Kevin Coleman may get lucky dog.
Yep, as we watch
Man.
the exit of pit road right here. These guys are trying to get out as fast as they can. Looks like Eddie Baker's going to lose some position here. Yep, Eddie Baker is going to fall back. But, you know, we have another 40 laps of this race to go. Who's going to win it is still a crapshoot, man. As Neil Strader's moved his way up to third now. And it's all about strategy at this point. It's all about the strategy at this point.
So the crew chief of Eddie Baker said that he somehow had a minute and 1 damage time on that car. As you look at it, it looks a little crumpled up still on the front.
Yeah, but it's better than what it was. I mean, you know, pit road's the reason he lost the front bumper there on that second caution of the race. I've never seen that before. A bumper just falling off because he hits a bump on pit road. That was kind of amusing there. I hope somebody clipped that for sure. And with that being said, Rob, you still with your pick tonight?
Yep. I mean, I can't change it.
You can. You just
No,
it wouldn't
we
be
can't
right.
do that.
It wouldn't be right.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm still
But
going with Nelly.
I mean, we got 39 laps. We've seen a lot. We've seen Eddie Baker move through the field in a lot sooner time. So maybe, just maybe, that'll happen. I mean, look at Neil Strader. He was 19th, moved to 13th, and now he's currently sitting third.
But he doesn't have
caution.
fresh tires. He doesn't have fuel. He's going to have to make these stops. I don't know if he's thinking about that or not. Although, hold on, he did go into pit road earlier under that caution. So, you never know. He could have something. He could know something we don't know. These guys should double file out here as a pace car cuts his lights off as he crosses the stripe here. And we'll be going green this time by unless they throw a caution or throw a delayed caution for some reason. As they file out here, Alex Witt. Noel Hanna's going to be leading everybody down to the stripe here. Looks like Alex Witt and that 594 car will be the control car here at the Geico Restart Zone. Rob, just take a second, explain that Geico Restart Zone, if you will.
So the Geico Restart Zone, you'll see it painted on the wall as they come around. So anytime in that zone, the leader can go. Now, nobody else can jump, but once that leader goes, the green flag will fly, and these guys will be able to take off.
I like it. Now, I'm excited about this next green flag because, you know, it usually takes these guys about 5 or 10 laps to figure out, okay, I can't win it. But these guys do so good giving each other space. This, at lap 33 or 63, when we go green here, I'm expecting 3-wide action for at least the first 3 corners. So,
yeah, for sure.
When we see what happened here, we will see what happens here as we go green on this next lap. Rob, take us green.
All right, as we come around, the pace car will dip off, and Alex Witt will bring them to the Geico Restart Zone. As he blinks a little bit, you can see him approaching there, and he doesn't really get that much of a jump this time.
No, it may have been because of that blink there. The iRacing may have threw it, and he may have not been ready to go. Noel Hanna is going to be on that outside. Neil Strader's on that inside. We're too wide for that second position, as we're 2x2 throughout the entire rest of the field here. Oh, I see Kevin Coleman and Eddie Baker linking up back there.
Eddie Baker's got to get around that number 22 of Brock Reich. He's not going to have the room to get in behind Kevin Coleman there, so he's just going to keep his nose in there.
Yep, Kevin Coleman's going to take it to the inside of...
Oh, the 94 gets around!
Hard into the wall, breaks his wheels. Hard into the wall by Alex Martin. As the car does a crip walk down to the Kind of a crip walk.
So I was watching that camera, and it looked like he got a little loose, tried to correct it, and just sent it straight into the wall hard.
And it was Alex Martin, right?
Yeah.
We'll take a look at Eddie Baker's point of view here. Oh, yeah, it looked like he got really loose off that top and just sent it back there. And he hit that wall a ton. He hit that wall a ton.
When Eddie Baker got into the 13 there.
Looked like something broke on that car.
It really did look like it.
Looked like something just absolutely broke on that car. We're going to look at it from a different angle here. Yeah, it looked like he either some massive air got dumped on his spoiler and got him loose. He did a good job keeping it off everybody because he had a lot of people around him. And that's caution number 4.
We got people coming into the pits, and Neil Strader's going to stay out, so he's going to lead this next lap, and he's going to bring us to the Geico Restart zone here when we go back green.
Yeah, and he's currently, him and Ross, Calvin Ross is sitting at 46 and 47 on pit times. These two are screaming for some fuel right now. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, with 34 laps to go right now, I mean, they're going to try and save as much fuel as they can right now. But they're going to have to come in.
Yeah, they are going to have to do something. He's not killing his engine. He may be clutching in, maybe, but he is in 5th gear, as you can see there on the screen or on his dashboard. So he is definitely going to be saving some fuel there, keeping it in 5th gear. But if I was him, I'd have something set up on my wheel to cut that car off as well. So I'm just going to take a second, guys. If you hadn't already, I see we got some new viewers in so far. Just need you guys to just take a second and leave a follow, if you will. The reason for that is we go live on Tuesdays. We do send out a push notification. So if you're watching this race from your phone, or even if you're on the Twitch app on the website, it will send you a notification that we're live. That's all we ask, but if you do feel generous to donate or leave a subscription or subscribe, you can do so. And if you actually have Amazon, you can do it for free. So, that it never hurts us, and we don't ask for it, but we do appreciate it strongly. We love you guys, and we're going to be going back racing here soon. You know, Eddie, I'm thinking the same thing. When does Kevin Coleman get the lucky dog? I'm not sure. It should be coming up, but he's got to get around Alex Martin for it to happen. All right, Rob, let's take us through the field real quick. I mean, it's been a minute since we've did that, and there's been some changes here, so.
All right, so right now we got Neil Strader in first, Cody Kern in second, Ethan Marlowe in third, Andrew Jamelin in fourth, Anthony Rattle in fifth, Andrew Almquist in sixth, Calvin Ross in seventh, Jordan Malcolm in eighth, Rod Sizemore ninth, Oscar Henson in 10th, Brock Reich in 11th, and Daniel Mitchell in 12th.
In that 13th position is going to be Greg Sherman, 14th in the Reese's Cup car, Christian Strader. And the number 15th position is going to be Alex Witt, 16th Armin Brusso, 17th Chief Blaze. Noel Hanna sits in the 18th position. 19th is Eddie Baker. James Tate is our last car in the lead lap here. He sits in 20th. Alex Martin, Kevin Coleman are both sitting a lap down right now. They sit 21-22, and in 23rd is Ken Knights. He's currently holding pit road right now. As we get ready to go green here, Nelly Strader is going to be bringing us down to the green flag here for our fifth time tonight. We'll be on lap number 69.
Giggity.
Giggity. I was thinking it. I just don't want to say it. And I'm excited to see what Nelly Strader can do, because as much as strategy he's been doing tonight, he's got to get a jump on these guys, because these guys behind him's got fresh tires. Rob, I'm going to take a screen here if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
As Nelly Strader browns out turn number 4, passing that Old Spice, sign. Geico is going to be, the Geico Restart zone's coming up. Nelly Strader is going to be in there, and he's gone like a bolt of lightning. And he gets a massive jump on the field of about a half a second coming through turns number 1 here. He's going to maintain that position, but it looks like he's got number 33 on that inside, looking to make a move. Now, I've noticed there on the restarts that the inside line is faster, but if you get a good jump like Nelly Strader did right there, you can pretty much lead the entire race from here on out.
As you see the number 23 of Cody Kern starting to move up on that inside, but he's not going to have the momentum.
Oh, 88's around back there. And it's a single car. They may not throw the flag. Flag's not out. He does save it. And they're going to continue green here.
We are under a yellow flag.
Oh. And we are under caution number 6th or 7th of the night. And Nelly Strader will get to try it again. Maybe he'll pit this time. I mean, he's got to be running on fumes. I don't know how he's not.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, regardless of how much he's saved. It's hard to say.
Yeah, for sure.
As they're checking up on the back stretch there, as Neil comes over the radio.
And we are going to, I'm going to take a second, guys. We're just going to watch these cars go around under the caution flag. We're not going to take you guys to another ad break, but I am going to take a step back, collect my thoughts, and collect my drink. We're going to watch pit road here and see if these guys do decide to dip down. It'll be interesting to see, because I know Nelly has got, I guess he's not going to. All right, we'll be back in just a second, guys. All right, Rob, we're coming down to, on the restart here, we should be at 75 to go. That's 3/4 of the race, 25 laps to go. Of course, we'll see everybody take one more pit stop at least, I'm assuming. I mean, I may be wrong here. I've been wrong before. But
Yeah.
where are we going to be at when it comes, to lap 100? Who do you think will be sitting in that front position?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, everybody up here has a chance. And, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, Anthony Rattle has moved up 15 positions from the 21st. He's currently sitting in 6th. And I just don't know. I can't make a prediction because, I mean, you can't.
No, not really. You can't. I'm in agreement with Barry, California here. He's saying that we are unfortunately under another caution. Yeah, Barry, these guys are pushing hard tonight to get to this front. We seen Nelly come to the front from the he was up front, went to the back. He's back up front again. We have Baker that's doing the same thing. It's gonna be kind of crazy how this ends. And Rob, I just want to take a second to tell you that the URNW, the United Racing Network, has hit 600 followers on Twitch as of now.
Wow.
Thank you guys for your support. We love you guys, and we'll be here until the end of this season. Actually, I think that 600th follow belongs to Nitsu Taroff, maybe? I don't know. I'm bad with names, so if I'm wrong with that, I'm sorry. But thank you to if that was you, thank you.
We do appreciate each and every one of you that has, joined here tonight. And, we hit that milestone. I'm just flabbergasted at the amount of support that we've gotten, since we've picked up the Broke Scrub Cup. And I'm really appreciative of everybody here.
Yeah, for sure. And I think with that, Rob, I think we should crank it up on this restart.
Oh, absolutely. We have to.
We got to crank it up. That's just what we got to do, right? This one's for Dale, number 3. I love it. Yep. 3 fingers in the air. I love it. Yeah. So with that, guys, we're going to crank it up. I want you to turn up your phones, turn up your speakers as loud as they can go. I'm going to do the same thing for you. We're going to get this as loud as we can get it. Let's crank it up on this restart. I'm excited. We'll show some in-cars. I'm cranking something up. There we go. I love it. All right, let's go green, Rob. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Again, guys, thank you so much for the 600.
We got a huge wreck.
And I'm not sure what happened. I was under. Oh my gosh, there's cars all over the place. Where did it happen at? It looks like Alex Witt, Kevin Coleman. Who all were involved there?
So I believe it started with Alex Witt coming back onto the track. He got sent through the infield and tried to save it. Collected.
He was on that grass. He couldn't maintain it. I know he couldn't. Grabs number 7 there. Everybody just gets involved. Kevin Coleman, I think he's going to be our best guy to watch right there. Let's go back and take a look at that from Kevin Coleman's point of view. Oh, it looks like there was also some contact right there. So there was 2 accidents that happened right there for sure. Kevin Coleman was involved. Number 7 gets grabbed. Number 13 gets grabbed. Looks like Alex Witt got involved. Wow. That brings out caution number 6 of the evening. So, does Nelly pit now? That's the question I have.
We got 23 to go. It's hard to say, how much fuel he was able to save during those previous cautions. So it's really hard to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we got looking at the pit stints here. He's the only one that is not pitted in the top 10 right now. The only one in the top 10. Calvin Ross, you have a lot of fans in here tonight, man. You need to make a push to the front. We're going to give him some screen time here. We'd love to see it. Love to see the fans interacting with their drivers. He's got a lot of fans tonight. Maybe he can push that brownie car to the front. Killer brownies. I heard they have good brownies.
Yeah, they do.
Armin told me that they have some really good brownies.
And somebody even called him Calvin Chastain. So.
Oh my, no, not him. Hey, actually, Ross Chastain, he reminds me of a 90s NASCAR driver who goes to the field, don't give a shit who he hits.
There's our one of the night.
That's our one of the night. That's right. But Calvin Ross, you've got some fans, guy. So we'll see. He currently sits in 7th right now, so he does have a chance to win this thing. Eddie Baker's made his way up to 9th after that accident. It may have been him blinking. We'll go back and look just to make sure.
Yeah, he did blink.
It looks like whenever they get around late, so they just kind of it looked like he may be having some issues with his timing for sure. Well, not his timing, but his connection. 20 to go should be at the start of this last. Neil Strader currently holds out front, but he has not pitted yet. I want to know what type of strategy he's running.
Yeah, I really don't know.
If he pulls this off and he can make it to the end, he's better than Eddie Baker is. And I'm sorry, Eddie, you had to hear that, but he's better on strategy than he is. I'm gonna hear an earful from later on.
Yeah, I'm sure his crew chief is going to come in here and rip you a new one, and then, when we talk to him later, he's going to do the same thing.
There we go.
Just avoid the haulers, all right? I'll just give you that
Oh, I got a
now.
detail. You know that? I got a damn security detail. Come on, Eddie, mess with me. Come on. I pack all the time.
To the haulers, please.
That's right. All right, Rob. Get us and our 600 followers back hype for this 20 to go restart with Nelly. Our friend old Nelly up front.
Push for Nelly. If he can actually make it on the fuel. I mean, he last pitted on lap 47. So he's going to have a tough time. These guys are on fresh tires with fuel. So we are going to round out turn number 4, and then Neil Strader will bring us down to the Geico Restart zone, and then we will go back. As the pace car jumps off late,
as always,
drifts down. Neil Strader's going to bring us to that Geico Restart zone, and away we go. We are back to Strader has jumped out to about Jamelin.
That ball entering turn number 1 there, and we have side-by-side action at least through the third round. Wide down the straight. Eddie Baker, the number 20 car, Calvin Ross, is 17. Was 3 wide. They're 2 wide now, but it's good. Grabs the outside of Eddie Baker, or inside of Eddie Baker. Number 25 car, Daniel Mitchell is going to be 3 wide, taking it through turns number 1. The number 7 James Tate.
It looks like James Tate got a little loose there coming out of 4 and almost collected Kevin Coleman there, but he was able to avoid it, and then he just takes it hard into the wall.
Yeah,
it looks like he's burning the rubber off of those tires because that front linkage is just snapped. Doesn't look like he has any steering available in that car anymore.
And I didn't see what happened here. We're going to watch right here. Number 89 just gets loose down there into that bottom and splits Kevin Coleman in the number 94 car. He's still fighting the heck out of that car and just grabs that inside or that outside wall. Another ton tonight. We've probably seen that type of accident, at least 3 times tonight. And if we keep going staying under caution like this, Nelly may actually win this thing. I need to put up my big mouth. As he goes
Neil
on.
Strader comes in.
Yep, and this is... Man, did you see James Tate back there take air? Oh my gosh, he just took air entering pit road here. They have got to get that fixed.
Now Andrew Jamelin is going to be our new leader here. As we're under 20 to go.
Yeah, but I'm seeing people want to know if Jamelin will come in second. Well, as of right now, if the race ended, no, he's going to finish first. Calvin has moved up to 7th. Keep an eye on Calvin tonight. He's got a fan club here, so we'll keep the viewers happy to see where he finishes tonight. Top 10 is always good in a league that has a lot of racers, and we've got 20-something racers that registered tonight, so anything in the top 10 is going to be good for them, for sure. And
we had 23 racers here tonight.
And, you know, looking at the manufacturer list here, I see 1 Chevy in that top 10.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That belongs to... Oh, it does matter. It does matter. Because when these Fords get together, they take off. You can't catch them. And we should be going green at about 15 to go. So if everybody played their cards right on their fuel and their tires, they have enough to make it now. So,
yeah, as I'm listening to, you know, the radio traffic, they're like, can we please just get through some more laps here? We only got 17. We know it's the end of the race.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
We gotta get through these laps.
That's the problem. Eddie Baker and Neil Strader, they've raced together before. They're going to get up there and pass people like crazy. They are on the freshest tires now. They're on the freshest, the best fuel. They got fuel now. They're not waiting for anything now. They can push and get to the front back again, because now, looking at the pit stints here, they are the ones. They are the ones that have hit other ones haven't. I mean, you're looking at the top, 16 to go, so is that 84? Lap 84? Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody pitted on lap 65. There was one, Ross pitted on lap 59, but the freshest tires on track belong to Eddie Baker, Neil Strader, and Brock Wright. So,
and you know, we've seen Neil Strader and Eddie Baker move through this field many times tonight. So can they do it again with 16 to go? Well, we'll be 15 to go at the line, or 14 to go at the line, sorry.
14 to go at the line, yep.
When we go green. So.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen some issues now because the collections that have been happening have been mid-pack. So the next question, can they make it through it?
I mean, that's going to be hard to say for sure. But I mean, the way these guys drive, they might just be able to, you know, stay out of it and get around them.
Yeah. You know, maybe these hosts of I keep wanting to say host of Yellow Jackets because that's what they said when I played football. But these host of Fords, these host of Mustangs, can they pull away because they hold the front two rows? Can they pull away from this lone Chevy and the Fords dominate tonight like they did last week? Or, you know...
Well, I mean, you can't really say they dominate the field when there's only 6 Chevys on the track.
They dominate the field. I don't know what your definition of domination is, but that's a domination.
You can't say that. No, you can't say that. Just because they
We're not under contract. We're not under contract. God. All right. 15 to go. Coming to 14 to go up the line. It's going to be Andrew Jamelin, Cody Kern holding back the pack. Andrew Jamelin's going to be holding back the entire field because he's going to get the choose in that Geico Restart zone when he gets to go, and that plays into strategy more than anything. How is he going to do it? Is he going to go at the beginning, the end, the middle? We'll find out. He's entering the Geico Restart zone now, and we are going green back at Las Vegas.
Jump in to see Eddie Baker taking it. To try and get as many positions as he can.
Yeah, and that we do well getting through turns 1 and 2 as we come down to turns 3 and 4 here. And he's going to dive that inside around Armand Russo there in the number 11 car. But Chief Blaze is right behind him, doing the same exact moves that he's doing. He's up to Christian Strader now. And Eddie Baker sits 10th.
He's up front. We got Cody Kern making that pass. Down. But
And they're almost 3 wide, almost 4 wide coming into turn number 3. 25 dips below. Daniel Mitchell dips below there. And it looks like
back under the yellow.
I did not get anything where anybody crashed.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Chief Blaze did not. I don't know where that wreck happened at. You see anybody back there?
No.
Oh, Kevin Coleman. He's got a lot of damage on that double zero wall block. As I found it, let's go back and watch it. He already grabbed the wall there. I'm not sure why that caution got through then. Oh, yep. So it looks like there was 3 wide action between 26, 24, and double zero. And it looks like the 24 drifted up because Nelly drifted up and grabs Coleman, throws him into the wall. And just everything people can do to split the double zero Wawa car. He's just had a tough night tonight.
So we have had another lead change. We currently have Cody Kern sitting in the first position here.
Yep. He's a new one tonight. I've not seen him up front tonight.
No, he was. I think he was involved in a wreck there last week at Auto Club, and he didn't finish in the spot that he wanted to.
Yeah, I believe he was actually involved in that wreck with Nelly when they got together going 3 wide through turns number 4. I believe that's when that happened. Took him out because when Nelly grabbed the grass, I mean, it's like roller skates. Roller skates on ice, you can't stop. And I just want to take a second to address the cautions tonight. We are lap number almost 90 in this race. These guys have been racing hard all night long, and I will tell you, I raced this track trying to get Nelly ready to roll, but we couldn't make it around this track. We tried for hours trying to get around this track and not spin. And while most people are doing okay, some people, once we got further into the stints like they are now, it was difficult. And that was without traffic. With traffic, I couldn't imagine. These guys are fighting their cars all night long, and it's going to be coming down, I guarantee you, down to the green, white checkered. I hate to say it, that's just the way this track treats these new cars. And I'm going to blame it on iRacing completely.
Yeah.
They come out with an update to these cars, and the setup didn't match the car type, and it's not faring well tonight. So I'm not. iRacing will fix it. I know they will. I've got confidence. but this update come like 3 days ago. So
Yeah, so these guys didn't really have. Well, I mean, they had time to practice, but the practice was just kind of. I don't know. They couldn't just figure it out.
no, and you can't. We're racing fixed setups, so you can't go in there and adjust your brake pressures and drop the rear ends down and high ride heights. We race fixed leagues here at the BSC Cup, so
Yeah. And you know, I'm just hoping and praying for next week they put out a patch, because we're headed to the Charlotte Roval next week.
oh yeah. Well, the Roval action, baby. I love the Roval. Rob, the Roval.
Yeah.
You know, that was a track that when they redid Charlotte, turned it from Lowe's to Charlotte, essentially. They added the Roval in. And you know, that's one of the only racetracks in the NASCAR series that you have to go up a bridge. That's a good little fact. Lights on the pace car are off. We're under 10 to go here. Eddie Baker's made his way up to the 10th position. Neil Strader's made his way up to 13th. Chief Blaze is still blinking as he has been all race. How is that going to fare with these three guys right here? Are we going to go 3 wide or 2 wide or 4 wide? Or are we going to see another caution? That's the question.
I mean, we got 9 to go. These guys are going to push. So I'm suspecting we're going to see a lot of 3 wide. We may see another caution. We may see this go into overtime.
Yep.
But I mean, it's hard to say. These guys want this win. They want to push. So we'll see what happens in the next 8 laps.
Yeah, Wild West, we're looking at possibly an overtime. If they get down to under 5 to go, we'll be in overtime. Rob, take a screen.
As the pace car will round out turn 4, dip off into pit lane. And we got Cody Kern bringing us to this Geico Restart zone. And we are back green here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A 10th of a second lead.
He didn't even get him like crazy. Number 1, turns number 2. And Anthony Rattle. They're almost 4 wide right now as Eddie Baker sticks his nose in there. Making moves. That front line's getting a little dicey there. Again, they still maintain. And they're in the wall. Daniel Mitchell is in the wall. He misses the tire, misses the rear tire. Daniel Mitchell has basically took out the top 10. He couldn't stop it after his tires went away. After his tires were gone, he couldn't do anything with it. Let's go back and take a look at Daniel Mitchell here. They were bouncing off each other left and right. How did Nelly make it through that wreck too? Like, he got grabbed and everything, but he has other evidence. Oh my gosh.
Oh, somebody bumpered him.
We're going to come back and watch it from Nelly's point of view because, I mean, we have to. He does have our onboard camera tonight, and he just happens to sit in those right positions. save it. No damage from Eddie Baker there.
Cars everywhere.
Man, you are not lying. Anthony Rattle, Daniel Mitchell, Andrew Omniquest, he's actually around there too. A lot of cars. I knew it was going to happen. That was the big one at Las Vegas with under 10 to go. We are going to be in our overtime now.
Yeah, that one piece of debris was spinning so fast it phased into another dimension. Couldn't say it better myself. That was insane.
And we should be in overtime now, guys. So, wow.
So we got Eddie Baker and Neil Strader sitting 7th and 8th.
I know we're referring
don't
to them a
know.
lot, but they're close friends of ours, so we apologize. We're a little biased when it comes to them. But I tell you what, Cody Kern is doing a very, very good job holding everybody off, even though we are keeping going under caution.
Yeah, we got Calvin Ross sitting in that 4th position. You know, there's a lot of fans out here for him. Well, he's got
3 cars to pass.
3 cars past, 2 laps to go. So we will just see if he can make it.
We shall see. I think he'll make it. What do you think?
I think so.
There he is. There's Calvin Ross, guys, right there in the flesh. The virtual flesh, but it's flesh. We will be in overtime as at the start of this next green flag run. And once we reach the white flag, I just want to talk to you about the overtime rules here. Once we reach the white flag, if they do cause another caution, like if they reckon it's a bad wreck and they throw a caution, that ends the race. The checkered flag will fly if we reach white flag. That's why you'll hear me refer to it as the next flag will end the race. You hear me say that? That means we're basically going to be done with the race afterwards, and we will be crowning a winner. And either if there's a yellow flag thrown or if the caution flag waves, whoever crosses that start-finish line will be the winner. A lot of you hope it's Calvin Ross. And in a way, I kind of hope it is too, just because I'm kind of wanting to get on that bandwagon. I don't know. Nelly, though, he's pushed his way back up there. He's fought hard, avoided wrecks. I don't know.
It looks like Ethan Marlowe is actually, well, looked like he was going to the pits there for a second.
He's probably trying to fake some guys out. And I'm getting word that this is not going to be overtime. This is actually going to be the green-white checkered. Overtime will be next if we go into another caution. Looks like Ethan Marlowe actually looks like he's taking an EOL.
Yeah, I do believe he got an EOL penalty.
Wonder what that's for. That means Calvin Ross moves up to third. So no overtime as of yet. This is a green-white checker. That means that we'll let's get 2 more laps out of this. If the caution does wave, we will be in the overtime again, which would be another green-white checker. So we're looking at we're looking at a green-white checkered right now. That means green flag. Next flag is a white flag. The flag after that will be a checkered. And like I said, white flag waves. Whatever flag waves after that ends it. Rob, I'm going to take a screen for the end of this race.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love it. I love it. I love these guys. I love you guys watching. These guys have raced their hearts out tonight. We're reaching lap number 98. That pace car is going to drift off down there, just like Dominique Toretto does. These guys have driven their hearts out tonight. Who's going to win it? We'll find out. Calvin Ross, you've got a fan club. Let's see if you can make it happen. Cody Kern's going to break us down to the Geico Restart zone. He's going to take off like a shot out of a gun, but he does not get a jump. Andrew Jamelin gets that same jump.
Timed it almost Haas is actually going to drop back to 5th with Eddie Baker taking that 4th position. Oh, as you see Andrew Jamelin kind of jump to the outside there on Cody Kern.
Yep, and we are going to be possibly a white flag here. Let's see. Turns 3, turns 4. We're going to be a white flag. Is in the air. Is it going to stay out? White flag is in the air, and Cody Kern is going to take us to the next lap checkered. But it does look like number 65, Andrew Jamelin, is going to be battling inside. They're over Cody Kern.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of help there with Alex Witt.
Christian Strader touches, grabs Neil Strader. Neil Strader does bounce off of Calvin a little bit. It looks like Cody Kern and Andrew Jamelin's going to be battling here at the line. And at the line is going to be... I believe it was Jamelin.
On timing, it says Jamelin has got him 1/100th of a second.
At the end, I'm not sure where it was. We're going to go back and watch it. That was a finish for the ages here at BSC and with the United Racing Network and the BSC League. Let's go back and watch that finish. We're going to slow it down and leave it more here. Looks like they grab. And at the line... I wasn't able to see it there. I'm going to back it up here. Wow. That's at the line. Yep, it looks like Jamelin is going to get it by the hair of his chinny chin. Holy crap. Wow. Jamelin is your winner tonight. By, what'd you say? 1/100th?
1/100th of a second.
Holy crap. Look at that finish, guys, right there. Take a screenshot if you will. That is going to be a wallpaper of mine.
That was really, really, really close.
All the way down at the end. Look at it. Look at second place here. I mean, third and fourth between Witt and Eddie Baker. I mean, you're talking, what is that interval? 9/100ths of a second?
No, the gap there is 2/100ths of a second.
Wow. And Neil Strader comes in 5th. That blows me away. We're going to go back and watch it here. And this is coming out of turn 4, entering the tri-oval here. And at the line. Yeah, I mean, there it is. Wow.
Wow. Just barely.
I mean, we did have a caution fest in the last half of this race, unfortunately, but my Lord, they do excellent job at finishing races here at the BSC Cup. I am ecstatic, to bring you guys this. We both are, all three of us here with the production team and all included. And this is the type of racing you get. So make sure you leave a follow tonight. At least leave a follow because this happened last week too. And yep. I've never really seen these guys race like this. I mean, I have last week, but wow, 1/100th of a second. So,
all right, well,
let's get him in and talk to him.
Yeah, so we do have Andrew Jamelin here in radio contact. So let's see if we can get him. Andrew, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you.
All right. Well, that was a hard-fought battle throughout the entire race, and you were able to hold off Cody Kern to a 1/100th of a second to finish first. How you feeling tonight?
That felt good, especially after what happened last week and after restarting in the back a little earlier in the race at about halfway. It was just an absolute uphill battle from then. And then the fuel strategy was crazy until all those cautions started coming out, and I was like, man, I don't think I have to save anymore. And then it just moved on from there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard fought battle. You were bumping and banging the entire way through the tri-oval. And, that was just some phenomenal racing. And, yeah, I'm just blown away.
Yeah, me too. You did good job holding everybody off through those last set of restarts that we had under yellow. And I was really anticipating it to go a little bit further under those green flag runs, but your strategy kind of worked out a little bit there towards the end, and I was excited to see where we ended up at the end. And 1/100th of a second over Cody Kern. I mean, how do you what happened? What was going through your mind as you come out of turn 4 and you were not in the lead yet?
Just send it.
Just send
Send
it.
it.
I like your strategy, my man. Congrats tonight on taking that number 65 Ford GT into the winner circle tonight. And, we'll be seeing you next week when we go to the Roval at Charlotte. Now, how good are you on road courses?
I mean, I'm not terrible. I mean, I think I'm kind of good, but I don't think I'm the fastest either. I know there's a lot of fast guys that are out there on the road courses. I just gotta put the work in and be ready for next week.
Well, we'll see you next week at the Roval. Get your practice in early because iRacing may update these cars again. So make sure you do that. But with that, you got anything to say to your fans tonight? Because we had a lot of people watching you guys race tonight, and I'm sure you developed a fan or two.
I'd really like to thank my mom and dad, my sisters who are watching. I'd really like to thank my teammate also, who, I mean, sadly he got in that wreck. Yeah, it was his fault, but I had a lot of fun racing with him. I would really like to dedicate this win to my grandma, who passed away a month ago today. So it's fun. It's just a good win.
Yep. Well, the URNW definitely sends their condolences to your grandma and to your family. So definitely, if you're old enough to go have you a drink, go have you a drink. So, all right, Andrew, we'll see you next week at the Charlotte Roval.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the broadcast. It was good fun.
Thank you.
All right, now let's see if we can get Cody Kern in here. Cody, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
How you doing?
Not too bad. Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to hold off Andrew Jamelin for the win tonight, but you did a hell of a job fighting up front there, and it paid off with a second place. You got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, pretty good. After the first caution and the second stint, when we all kind of pit for tires and fuel to get us to the end, I just think I burned a little too much. Didn't quite have enough left for those last few laps.
Yeah, so you were leading coming off of 4, but Andrew was right there on that left side. What were you thinking? Were you thinking, do I spin him? Do I tap him? Do I stay off of him? Because these cars were tough to handle all night. So what was going through your mind?
Well, so going into 4, I kind of came down trying to take the middle lane, and he tried to do the same thing, and got just a hair loose on it, and had to back out of it enough to get him into the lead. But it's tempting to just turn left there, but no, it was a good race, and we had enough yellows, so we didn't need one more.
Yeah, well, I guess you're true about that.
All right. Well, Cody, you got anything to say? Any sponsors, fans out there? I know you had we had a bunch of people watching, so I'm sure you developed.
Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. It was a little bit of a hectic second half of the race. Not as much racing as we would have liked, but that's just kind of the nature of the track and these cars when they're a little bit looser. So, well, we'll come back out and do a little bit better next time.
Well, and I explained to everybody that was watching that iRacing updated these cars, and they got extremely loose really quickly. and that you guys really didn't have a whole lot to play with as far as like settings and stuff. So I kind of covered for you this time. But when we go next week at the Charlotte, at the Roval at Charlotte, you can't have the same type of race. So
yeah, and it tightened up towards the end though. Like that white flag lap, I was full throttle the whole way around, except for when I had to back out of it to save it a little bit. But
yeah.
we were cooking at the end there, but unfortunately didn't come away with the win.
Hey, you know what? There's always next week, and we got another at least 10 weeks left of racing. It puts you in a good standing for points, though. I will tell you that. You do have a pretty good standing now for points, finished second. So
That's much better than my 18th last week when I wrecked out. So we'll take it.
there you go. All right, buddy. Well,
I appreciate you guys.
Yep, it was good talking to you, and we'll see you next week at the Roval.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see if we can get Alex Witt in here. And then we're going to have something for the fans after we speak with Alex.
Oh, fans, you better want to stick around and find out who we're talking to next.
Alex, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Gotcha.
All right. Well, hard-fought battle here tonight. You were, constantly in the front, and you were able to hold off Eddie Baker by about, it looks like 6/100ths of a second to hold on to that podium position. How are you feeling about tonight? How did the car handle?
Well, it was definitely different from practice. I was expecting a really loose race, but it kind of turned out to be the opposite, really tight. So everything was about trying to save tires at the beginning there, and then at the end just trying to choose your line and stay on it, not to get into anybody else. But it came down to a really tight finish there.
Yeah, now you were also involved in a mid-race accident. How did you end up coming back?
Just the fresh tires and being really aggressive on the restarts. But
I guess that'll get anybody to the front. I guess that'll get anybody to the front for sure. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, we had almost 40 people watching you guys race tonight, and I'm sure somebody is starting to love that 594 Donuts Ford Mustang tonight. So what you got to say to your fans? Because I know they're out there.
Well, thanks for watching. Hope we put on a good show. Hope it wasn't, too many yellows, but we were racing really hard, trying our hardest out there.
Yeah, and I explained to them that these cars were really, really tough to handle there towards the end. I was helping Nelly, the number 26 car, kind of get ready for this race, and he just could not get around this track in a lone qualifying session or a lone practice session. So I kind of understand how these cars feel, but I was told they kind of tightened up now. You were battling Eddie Baker. He's the newcomer to the league. What were you thinking when he kind of got you inside there on that finish?
Well, on that restart, I knew since, Cody and AJ were fighting so hard that my only option would have been to go 3 wide, and I didn't really want to do that and cause a wreck or anything. So I figured I'd just try to stick with the third, and I saw him going to low, so I just stuck high and got as much momentum out the outside, beat him to the line.
Well, it worked, and you definitely maintained a podium. Rob, you got anything for him?
No, I just, congratulations on the third place. And how are you feeling when we're going to the Roval at Charlotte next week?
Pretty good. It's not my favorite road course, but I do like road courses, so we'll put some practice in and make sure to give a good showing there.
Well, we look forward to it 110%. And if that racing is anything like tonight, I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, me neither. Well,
All
Alex,
right.
congrats not on your podium, and we'll talk to you hopefully next week at Charlotte.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Rob. Now, you said something about a surprise.
Yep. So let me just do some magic here. And Calvin, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. I mean, you were sitting fourth. Unfortunately, you dropped back to the 7th position, but we just had to bring you in because the amount of fans that you had in the chat tonight, they were going nuts when you were up there.
Literally nuts.
I know. I couldn't ask for
in
a
the
better
brownies,
fan
right?
base.
Nuts in the brownies?
Yeah. It's the special recipe to get everybody to love me.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had some. I say some. I think literally half our chat was full of Calvin Ross fans. So the biggest thing is you hold a top 10 spot. You finished 7th tonight. How did you finish 7th?
Well, I kind of was following everybody else's tire and gas strategies in the first part of the race, but right before it popped off with all those cautions, I took a chance with just right side tires, and it got me up to, I think it was 14th or 15th. And the rest is history, just right place, right time. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it done. I ran out of talent right at the end there, but I couldn't have asked for a better race given the circumstances.
There you go. Now, are the killer brownies killer? Are they like really, really good?
I mean, they're the best thing you'll ever eat.
Hey, I may have to order some.
There's a website for it, killerbrownie.com or Shop DLM.
There you go. I like it. I love throwing a little advertisement in there. I love it. Your car looks good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A little bit of advertising goes a long way.
There it is.
That it does. All right, Calvin. Well, we do appreciate talking to you, and I'm sure the fans have appreciated it as well. And maybe next week at the Roval, you can, finish on the podium so we can talk to you some more and give the fans exactly what they want.
Yeah, I got to do it for them. I'll do the best I can.
All right, appreciate it, Calvin.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, and I may have one more thing.
Oh,
May just have one more thing. All right. So, what we're gonna do is Eddie Baker. This is Rob in the booth. Hey. You came from the back to the front multiple times tonight. We told everybody at home this is exactly what you do, and you put the Chevys in the top 4 or in the top 5. So, in my books, that's a win. How are you feeling about tonight?
Well, I mean, a little disappointed because we're 3 spots shy from where I wanted to be, but we definitely had fun out there. These guys are the real deal. The 65, the 23, the 594. What a hell of a crew they were right there. That was a lot of fun in that last restart. It had a lot of 3 wide racing. There was a lot of aggressive but clean maneuvers. I know there was a few cautions in there, but it's part of racing. But man, these guys were a lot of fun to be out there wheel to wheel with, and coming from the back a couple of times was definitely a blast. You just gotta watch out for that pit entry for some reason.
Yeah, tell me about it. We went back and watched it, and the thing basically levitated the front of your car and took it sucked it into the upside down. That's a Stranger Things reference. Sucked your front end down into the upside down, and you had to get repaired damage and stuff because of that.
Oh yeah, I wasted my quick repair on that, so that wasn't very good. Vecna decided he wanted my right front wheel.
Go back and watch it because I think we got it clipped somewhere potentially. It was absolutely wild. The car levitated and slammed, and there went.
I don't even get it. I mean, I raced this track last Wednesday in a different league and never once had that problem. I come in the pits there, I hear slam, and all of a sudden sparks are everywhere. I hit the brakes and it jolts to the left. Yeah. I'm like, what is this? And I heard the broadcast on my phone next to me. I heard you guys talk about how the front bumpers miss, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, he just took it from you. So, are you excited about the Roval next week? Are you going to be back to race for the BSC?
I will definitely be back. I can tell you that as long as they'll have me back. I got to be 100% honest with you. Every single league I've been in has stayed away from the Roval, so I would be completely green on that track.
Well, you better start practicing now and hope iRacing don't update it.
Absolutely, right?
Absolutely.
Man.
Well, you were my pick tonight, Eddie. I saw the name and I just had to. Well, I mean, you're racing a Chevy as well, and I'm a Chevy man, so I'm kind of biased there. But anybody driving a Chevy is a winner in my books. So, we do appreciate you jumping in and talking to us, and we hope next week we do see you up on the podium at the Roval.
Absolutely. I'm used to disappointing people, so I'm glad you're not too disappointed in 4th and not 1st. But, huge shout out to the BSC guys for letting me in here. Again, huge shout out to the 65, 23, 594. Hell of a race in there. Neil, that was awesome too. The 29. This was all around a great time, and I'm glad I got a chance to be here for this. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't say it any better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Eddie, we appreciate you talking to us, and we'll try to catch you next week.
Absolutely. Good to see you guys again. Take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
All right, Rob, I'm bringing us back to the booth for a second because I just want to talk to the fans directly and the viewers. We love it that you guys are here with us tonight. and we're going to be here the next at least 10 weeks with the BSC Cup. Hoping more after that for sure, but we passed 600 followers tonight during the stream. I'm going to make sure that we figure out who that was and send them something to, and potentially, throw out a sweepstakes to possibly get some stuff. I'm looking at doing a handmade trophy for the end of the race, but if we can reach a follower goal, maybe 800 by the end of the season, I may send everybody something.
Yeah,
So.
Well, that would be amazing. I mean, we gained 11 followers tonight, and from deep down inside our hearts here at the United Racing Network, we appreciate each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. And without you guys, we would not be here. And we put the show on for you each and every week, and we do appreciate you joining in and watching us.
Yeah.
And we hope next week you guys stick around because the Roval is going to be something else.
Yeah, for sure, especially these next-gen cars. Looking back at the race, you can see it on your screen right there. Rob, it was actually, how live timing rounds stuff up and iRacing rounds stuff up? It was actually 5 1,000ths.
Wow.
5 1,000ths to the leader. That's what Andrew Jamelin won by. That in itself, fantastic. I don't know what else to say there, 5 1,000ths for sure. And that's just crazy. So
yeah, it really is. And I can't wait for next week. I'm super excited already. And I just I'm just flabbergasted at how we've been growing our following, and I have no words.
yeah, I mean he stuttered 7 times there. All right. Well, Las Vegas, that's a wrap. 80,000 fans out of the seats, 40-something fans watching on the stream tonight. We love you guys. We want to see you back next week at the Roval. It's going to be a race you don't want to miss. NASCAR Next Gen on the Roval. I don't know. We'll see. I love it. I love you guys, and I'm thinking about taking us away and letting them come back and see us next week. What do you say, Rob?
Go ahead.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll see you next week. And I've got the thing queued up here. I've got Andrew Jamelin doing donuts. So let's just take a second and watch that. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye. This broadcast is the property of the United Racing Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Racing Network staff. United Racing Network does not claim any responsibility for mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Racing Network reserves the right to delete, mute, unpublish, and/or move streaming locations without notice. The opinions of the announcers are not influenced by sponsorship, league administration, or any other outside entities. Thank you.